Well, one of the things that was interesting to me, kind of going through the research on the psychology of awkwardness, was thinking about athletes sometimes who have that obsessive interest. And, some of my favorite athletes of all time, uh, were kind of awkward people, actually, when you got down to it. Now, they had learned to be good, to be socially fluent, like in front of the camera or in, kind of selected spaces. But the more you heard about them, the more you're like, wow, this person actually was like pretty awkward. But as part of that awkwardness, their razor sharp focus and that kind of like tireless persistence was actually a key ingredient to them achieving extraordinary things in their sport. So, that's the other side of awkwardness is while awkward people can struggle with some of these kind of mundane social niceties, they have this like kind of tiger inside, right? Where boy, they can really focus in on things and they will just be like obsessive about their pursuit of certain goals.
And is that what you call the rage to master?
The
That's
race, yeah, the race, and one of my favorite psychological terms. Yeah, so this woman, Ellen Winter, who studies gifted youth,
okay.
that kind of coined that term, and it's just such a great description, right? And some of the elite athletes you've probably been around.
I've seen it firsthand. Yeah. So I didn't make it to that level. So I was kind of like that. But for all the ones that did make it to the highest level, they are exactly what you, and honestly, since I like personality psychology and I dabble in that as well, I always look at those things because you see them on, like I said, on TV. I get the fortune to see some of the highest level athletes when they're not on the screen. And I can see how their behaviors, mannerism, and you described it perfectly. And I guess there's a carryover because, like you said, you have to have that difference to go. Because I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, to be more socially fluent, you kind of have to conform a little to some degree. It's not saying it's a bad thing, but you kind of have to go with the crowd to some extent. And going back to what you said, an athlete, they're not going to go to the party tonight. They're going to the weight room. I've done this. I have athletes who've done this. They're not going to say, hey, let's watch a marathon of this reality show. They're going to watch something that's going to better their game or whatever. So it's like I said, you kind of have to, and I think you mentioned the book as well,